Hello, hello, hello. Hi, how are you today? Hi. Hello, guys. I hope everything's fine for you. I hope everything's all right. I hope you are having a great day, and I hope that the weather for you is better than it is for me. We have got a very gloomy day today, like really, really gray. Nothing interesting, quite chilly, I would say, but yay, everything's fine. And I hope that you will have a very nice time here with me. And we will talk about listening 1, listening 2, and listening 3 to 9 today. So that's the whole part of listening. So that's basically everything that you need to know about listening in yoga. So I hope that everything's fine for you. And let us start with everything that we have got to cover today. So, yay, listening. What we have here, what we don't have here, how to do, what not to do, some strategies, some information, and of course, practice. So let's start with it. But first off, let me tell you a bit about myself. My name is Daria. I'm a teacher at Учёба.ру. I graduated from Sochi State University. I passed CAE, which is Cambridge Advanced English. I passed my TKT exams, which is Teaching Knowledge Test. I studied in the UK as well as in Sochi. And you can tell and you can say that I'm a coffee addict. I love my coffee and I'm a keen nature photographer. So that's basically it about me. But I am not alone today. And I'm here with the Учёба.ру, and I'm here on behalf of the Учёба.ру. So what is that? What is the Учёба.ру? The Учёба.ру is an online school, and we have got 12,000 graduates, guys. 12,000. Can you imagine these numbers? So these people passed YEGA with us, and these people passed OK with us as well. And we have got 4,200 students who got 80 plus points for their YEGA, and they got 5 for their OGA. And of course, we've got a team of amazing, outstanding, wonderful teachers who love their subjects, who love teaching, and I'm a proud part of that team. So yay! And what basically we can guarantee you an entrance to the university if there is a catch here. If you prepare with us for 3 exams, you do not miss classes. That's really, really important that you don't miss classes, and you do your homework. So that's also really important. What we can also guarantee you, we do progress checks every month, and how we do that is by checking a mock exam, and by having a mock exam every month, that's what we use to check your progress, to track it. So we also have some different level groups, which helps you to study at your own pace. So it means that you don't need to wait for others, you don't need to run, you don't need to leap from one topic to another topic because everybody already knows it or somebody doesn't know it. So you don't have to wait for anyone, basically. You just can study at your own pace. Well, that's basically it about our school, and we are moving on to listening tasks. We're going to talk about listening tasks in detail today, and you will hear the word listening a lot, I guess. So let's start with listening tasks overview. First things first, there is a total of 9 tasks at your KIM. KIM is the sheet of paper with your tasks. So there are 9 tasks of listening part in your KIM. I also want to say that listening is the first part that you will have to do during your exam. So your exam basically starts with listening, and you unfortunately, I have no idea, have no other option but to start with listening. So the first thing that you will do is you will do your listening tasks. So the maximum number of points, like the maximum amount of points that you can get for the listening part in general, for all of those 9 tasks that we have here, is 12. Recommended time is about 30 minutes, and recommended time can be a little bit less, a little bit more. It all depends on what VP will give us as the recording. And the good thing is that you will hear each recording 2 times, guys, twice. So that's a very, very important part here, that you will hear each recording twice. Basically, that's the overview. What we have, one more time, we've got 9 tasks, we've got 12 points, 30 minutes, and each recording you will listen to 2 times. Okay, I think that's basically it about the overview. I think you get the idea. And let us move on to listening 1. So, naturally, we will do it one by one. And the first task that you will hear during your exam, the first task ever that you will do during your exam, is listening 1, because as I said, you will start with the listening part. What you need to do there, you need to match the speaker to the statement. So you will have this amount of speakers, you will have that amount of statements, and 1 will be extra. So you will get a maximum of 2 points if everything is done correct. And the basic average time limit for that is 8 minutes, and that includes listening to the recording twice. Oh, you can see the balloons. That's because I've done that one, but okay. Cool, thank you so much. And speaking of balloons, that's something that my camera does, and I have no idea how to turn it off, to be honest. But okay, let's skip that part for a second. As I was saying, recommended time limit for this part is 8 minutes, but it definitely will depend on the recording that you will get to listen to during your exam. So, as I said, matching speakers to the statements, 1 is extra, 2 points if everything is correct. So basically 2 points if you don't have any mistake, 1 point if you have 1 mistake, and 0 points if you have 2 or more mistakes. So if you mess up a bit, you will lose your points. But fortunately, you can't get less than 0. You don't get negative points, and that's a good thing. So yay. Let's aim for the best, and let's hope for the best. We have got here a maximum of 2 points if everything is correct. And that was the overview of listening 1. Let's have a look at the strategies. So, what do we need to do if we see listening 1? First things first, analyze statements for the topics and relationships. So how we do that? We read the whole thing of statements. We read them all. You don't read out loud. That's important. Please remember that you don't read out loud. But what you need to do, you will definitely need to read them. You will need to underline keywords while reading and base your answers both on keywords that you see in the statements and some keywords from the text that you hear. The thing here is, because it's a listening task, listening to keywords in the text can be a bit tricky, but we'll have to practice for that. But underlining keywords while reading your statements, that is not a tricky part. Remember, you can write in your Kim. So yeah, just underline the key words there, guys, okay? Please beware of distractors. Our VP doesn't really like using the same words in the statement and in the text. And what it means is that they will use synonyms. So please beware of distractors and please beware of the synonyms. This and this might be very, very similar. Also, pay special attention to things like not, for example. If you see not, something like that, right here, please pay attention to that. That's really, really importantly, crucially important. Always, guys, always, please consider word context. Please do that, because many words can mean different things and many words have different meanings. So please consider the context. That's very, very important. Okay, what you need to also do, you need to focus on the main ideas of the text that you hear. Just main ideas, guys. This is not listening for details. This is just the main ideas, right? So we need to find out what the main idea there is. And please don't be afraid to choose multiple statements initially. And please remember that you can always maybe change your answer, maybe have a little more information once you get to listen to the recording for the second time. So if you choose multiple statements initially, no worries, everything's fine. Absolutely, that's okay. That's okay to do. For example, if you don't know if the statement is, I don't know, 1 or maybe 2 or maybe 3, while you're listening, keep an eye on it, and maybe while you're listening, you will understand that, oh, this is number 3. That definitely better suits speaker C, for example, not speaker A. And this number 1 is better for speaker, I don't know, F, right? And this gives us the correct answer being number 2. So please don't be afraid of choosing multiple statements initially. One more time, we analyze everything, analyze every statement for topic, relationships, etc. We underline keywords, right? We are aware of distractors. We pay special attention to all of the negative particles and negations. We consider the word context, and we focus only on the main ideas of the text that we hear. And of course, we allow ourselves to choose multiple statements initially. So yeah, okay. Let's try to practice. I hope my technology allows me to do that. But first things first, let's have a look at our statements. What we have here, we have this technique is not good for remembering things. Okay, so my keywords would be not, I will highlight it, good for remembering. So these are my keywords here. This technique is not good for remembering things. Maybe they advise us doing something, I don't know, something weird, or maybe they advise us doing something else that the speaker says, oh, well, that's not the best thing to do if you want to remember something. Okay, number 2, keeping a diary can help not to forget things. Well, for me, there are several keywords here. The first one is diary, and the next one is not to forget. Help not to forget things. So maybe you write something in the diary, maybe you do something else, but keeping a diary help you not to forget things, right? Okay. The next one should keep used diaries and daily planners. Okay. For me, the keyword here is keep used diaries and planners, right? So it means maybe that we have to keep them for some time. Maybe we should keep them forever. Maybe we can come back and find out what we did or what we were doing at a specific time in the past. For example, I don't know, what were you doing on this day a year ago? Like, I have no idea what I was doing back then. Maybe I shall keep my used diaries or planners to understand that better. Okay, number 4, writing things on pieces of paper is convenient. Okay, for me, writing things, pieces of paper, and convenient are the keywords. Okay, maybe that's some sticky notes, I don't know, maybe that's some post-its, maybe something else, maybe just a piece of paper. But okay, the statement says that writing things on pieces of paper is convenient. Okay, let's have a look at it and let's listen to it in more details. Okay, number 5, moving on. A diary in your mobile may be a good idea. Okay, so we've got here a diary, we've got here mobile, and we've got here a good idea. Okay, let's have a look. So, diary, your mobile, maybe some app, maybe something else, maybe, I don't know, Google Calendar, maybe something, some similar app. Maybe it's online, maybe it's Google spreadsheet. I have no idea. But everything that can be mobile can be in this category and can be under this statement. Okay, moving on. Good memory may be a question of genetics. Okay, something that I definitely lack. A good memory. And maybe, so this maybe tells me that's not like 100%, that maybe yes, maybe no, we don't really know. So yeah, maybe a question of genetics, and maybe it runs in the family. I don't know, maybe you have got a family with photographic memory, with eidetic memory. So yay, maybe that's the question of genetics, and maybe it runs in the family. Okay, number 7. This way to remember things doesn't go well with hygiene. Okay, so way to remember things doesn't, that's the key here, go well with hygiene. Okay, I have no idea what that is about, what the statement is about. As of right now, maybe we will listen to it and understand what's going on here. Maybe we don't, but yeah, this way of remembering things doesn't go well with hygiene. Something hygienic here. I don't know, maybe untidy, maybe something else. Maybe we will get buried under all the pieces of paper that we find writing things convenient on. I don't know yet, but let us listen to what we have here. Okay, I will try to turn on the listening task for us. I hope it goes well. I'm not really sure. So let me just try doing that, and please let me know in the comment if you can hear it. I hope I have my fingers crossed that everything's fine and everything's run smoothly, but this is my first time turning it on live. Okay, so let's listen to it. I hope you can hear it.
Speaker A.
I'm a very forgetful person. That's why I have a daily planner. I put everything there. Birthday dates, homework, medical appointments. If I take it down in my daily planner, I'll never forget about it. The point is, if I don't, I'll never remember about it. My friends tease me all the time about this, but I probably do take my diary out of my bag more often than a mobile, so I never get offended because it is so true about me.
Okay, so I hope you heard it. And at the exam, you will listen to the whole thing all together. Then you will have some time, like 15 to 20 seconds. And then you will listen to it, the whole thing one more time, the whole recording for the second time. Here, for the demonstration purposes, I just cut out a small piece of this recording, and we will try to understand what's going on here. So let's try to figure out. Is this a piece that we have just heard about the technique, which is not good for remembering things? Well, no. No, the person doesn't say that. Keeping a diary can help not to forget things. Well, that's my first option actually right here, because the person says daily planner a lot, which is basically a synonym to diary. And the person says that keeping a diary helps him not to forget things. And then he says that if he doesn't write it down, he will definitely forget something. But yeah, this is my first option. So this is my first choice right here. Okay, next one. One should keep used diaries and daily planners. No, there was nothing in the text about used diaries or daily planners, like nothing at all. Okay, writing things on pieces of paper is convenient. Well, maybe, but there was nothing about multiple pieces of paper. So no, this is not the case right here. A diary in your mobile may be a good idea. Also not the case here, because the person says that he gets his diary more often than he gets his mobile phone. He takes his diary more often than he takes his mobile phone. Good memory, nothing about that. Nothing about genetics, nothing about good memory. And number 7, also nothing about hygiene, nothing about going well or not going well with the hygiene. So basically, I would say this is number 2 for the piece which we have just heard. And as I already said, keeping a diary, and here in the text we have something like a planner, daily planner. They're synonyms, and this is what helps us a lot. So I would say number 2. Let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at the script of the task here. So I'm a very forgetful person. Okay, very nice. That's why I have a daily planner. Okay, a daily planner. This is our keyword. And remember, we've got diary right here. He says, I put everything there, birthday days, homework, blah, 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 blah. If I take it down in my daily planner, I will never forget about it. Okay, so this is another thing. If I take it down in my daily planner, I will never forget about it. So it definitely helps not to forget something, right? Okay, so this is how we do it. Of course, you will not have a script at your exam. I used it here just in terms of using it for demonstration purposes only. So yeah, you won't have a script at your exam, but you will listen to the recording twice during your real exam. Okay, if you have any questions, please leave me some comments somewhere there in the comment section. I will try to answer them as soon as I can. And I will definitely go back to have a look at your questions one more time in the end of our live, if you have them. But I hope that everything is clear, and we can move on to the next one. The next one is listening to. So listening to and what to do there. You need to define whether the statement is true, false, or not stated. Simple, easy, is that simple and easy. True, false, not stated is one of those tasks where we get confused a lot, like literally a lot. We will have a look at some strategies on how to define whether the statement is false, whether the statement is true, whether the statement is not stated. But in the overview, I would like to say that you can get a maximum of 3 points if everything is correct. And one more time, if there is 1 mistake, you get 2 points. If there are 2 mistakes, you get 1 point. And if there are 3 or more mistakes, you get 0 points, guys. And that's really important to remember, that if you have more than 3 mistakes, or 3 basically mistakes, you get 0, unfortunately. And one more time, recommended time limit for this task is 8 minutes. But one more time, this all depends on the recording. This all depends on the text. It's not that you are the person who is reading it. No, of course not. So whatever that is, it won't be more than, I don't know, like maybe 7, 8, 9 minutes, something like that. Okay. This is the overview, and let's have a look at our strategies. So for the strategies, they are really, really interesting right here. First of all, we need to scan all the statements for the main topic. That's the first thing that we need to do. We just literally scan through all of them for the main topic. Number 2, find and underline some keywords in the statements. Oh, one more time, keywords are important in every task of ЕГЭ, basically. The next one, is the sentence positive or negative? So one more time, not, doesn't, don't, can't, all that stuff, won't maybe. These are all things which are easily overlooked and which are quite easy to miss, to be honest. I am guilty. I sometimes miss them also. That is why there is this point right here. So please, guys, pay a special attention to whether the sentence is positive or negative. Okay? Then this one is actually optional. I prefer to do it if I have some time. If I don't have time, you can totally skip it. But you can try to speculate on how the statement can be true or false or not stated. So this is like optional. If you have some time, you can do that. If you don't have time and you're like absolutely in a hurry, please feel free to skip it. The next one, and this one is like crucial here. This is extremely important. So what's so important here? You must, and that's like literally must, base your answer only on what you hear, not on your opinion, not on your knowledge, not on your background information that you get. So maybe this is a text about physics, and let's say you're a professor in physics, and you say, well, this text is not really, like, it has some mistakes. Okay, let them be there. And if the text says that the grass is red, people fly under the water somewhere on Mars, let it be. Okay, it doesn't really matter if the text is real, not real, if the text is logical or illogical. We base our answers only, and that is really important, only on what we hear, not on our knowledge, not on our opinion, not on anything else, just on what we hear. Okay, I hope that I stressed the importance of basing your answers only on what you hear, not on your opinion, knowledge, background information, all the stuff enough. And finally, we have got the last one, which is check. Okay, so let's have a look at the task listening to, and we will listen to it. So we have got several statements here. Katie is a regular cinema goer. Okay, so for me, the keyword would be regular right here. Regular. Katie and Mike promised their friends to see the film. Okay, so they promised and both of them promised. So not Katie promised, not Mike promised, but Katie and Mike promised their friends to see the film. Okay, Mike offers his help with math to Katie. Okay, Mike offers help with math to Katie. Next one, Katie has some chores to do in the evening. Okay, Katie has some chores in the evening. Okay, I would also say Katie. Next one, Katie loves sports, especially yoga. Okay, she loves sports in general, especially we've got here, and yoga. Okay, Katie and Mike will watch Men in Black on Thursday. Okay, so one more time, Katie and Mike, they will watch this film, Men in Black, when on Thursday. All of those, in my opinion, are the keywords that we really need to stress here and to underline to understand the text that we're going to hear better. Okay, Katie agrees to see a film on DVD with Mike. Okay, so we've got Katie, who she agrees to see a film on DVD with Mike. Maybe something's wrong with the cinema, I don't know, maybe there are no tickets, maybe something else. But yeah, maybe she agrees, maybe she doesn't, maybe there is no information about that at all. So yeah, let's listen to all of the tasks right here. We have got all of those. But first, let's try to find out if the sentences are negative, positive, and so on. Katie is a regular cinema goer. That's definitely a positive one. Katie and Mike promised their friends to see the film. Positive. Mike offers his help with math to Katie. That's also a positive sentence. Katie has some chores to do in the evening. Also a positive one. Katie loves sports, especially yoga. Also a positive one. Katie and Mike will watch Men in Black on Thursday. On Thursday. And Katie agrees to see a film on DVD with Mike. So we've got basically 7 positive statements, no negatives. Okay, I'm not going to speculate on whether the statement is true or false or not stated. Instead, I offer you guys and myself to listen to them instead. And one more time, I hope that everything goes as planned. And yep, let's try to listen to it.
Hello, Mike. How are you?
Hi, Katie. I'm okay. Thanks. Hey, do you fancy going to a movie tonight?
Why not? It sounds great. I haven't been to a movie for ages, I guess. And what's on?
It's Men in Black 3 in 3D. All my friends are absolutely crazy about it.
I know. Everybody seems to have watched it, except me. I'd love to see it.
Okay. So what we have here, we just have statement A. That's all what we have here. And let's have a closer look. So Katie is a regular cinema goer. The statement is false, in my opinion, because she says that she hasn't been to the cinema for ages. And that contradicts the statement. So she's not a regular cinema goer. She hasn't been to the movies forever, for ages. And that is why the statement is false. And remember, guys, if the statement is true, we need to write 1 in our answer sheet. Sorry, that's not what I want to write here. Oh, okay. Let it be this one. So if the statement is true, we write 1 in your answer sheet. If the statement is false, we write 2 in the answer sheet. And if the statement is not stated, we write 3 in the answer sheet. So in the end, we get the sequence of numbers like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, for example, 1, 2, 3, 2. For example, this is just an example, but you will need to write the sequence of numbers, as you probably remember. Okay, so we have got here regular, we have got the statement which is false in my opinion, so I will need to write 2 in my answer sheet, right? Okay, let's check what we have here. So we've got the same statements and the dialogue. Hello Mike, how are you? Hi Katie, it's okay, blah blah blah. Sounds great. I haven't been to the movies for ages, I guess. So this is what we base our answer on. And if she hasn't been to the movies for ages, she cannot really be a regular cinema goer, because the word regular implies that the person goes to the cinema like regularly, maybe every day, maybe every month, maybe every week, maybe twice a day. I don't know, but this really does not imply that the person hasn't been to the movies for ages. So that's what contradicts it. So the answer here would be 2, which is false, right? And I promised you to talk about whether the statement is true or false or not stated. How to deal with that. If the statement is true, we hear the same information in the text that we have in the statement, right? So for example, in the text you will hear something like in 14 days, and in the statement you have something like in 2 weeks. We know that 14 days are 2 weeks, so basically this would be a true statement. False, that's the perfect example of false here. She's not regular, she hasn't been to the movies forever, for ages. So the statement contradicts what we have in the text, what we hear in the text. And if it's not stated, we really don't have any information. We cannot say, yes, this is true, but we also cannot say, no, this is false, just because there is no such information in the text. For example, you have got here, let's imagine that we have got the statement about Katie loves sports, especially yoga. And we have got here something like no information. Maybe we have got Katie loves drawing. Do we know if she loves sports? No, we don't know. So like, how can we make a conclusion if we don't know? So this is why we have not stated, right? So one more time, if the statement has the same meaning as what you hear in the text, the statement is true. If the statement has a different meaning, like a totally contradicting meaning of what you hear in the text, the statement is false. And if there is no information whatsoever about the statement in the text that we hear, the statement is not stated. Okay? Well, I hope that's okay, and I hope that if you have any questions, you will definitely leave them in my chat. So yeah, I'll be waiting. I hope, guys, everything is clear and we can move on to the next one. And the next one is listening 3 to 9. We will listen to the dialogue. Usually that's the interview. So what you need to do, you need to listen to the text and answer the questions. The good thing is your questions kind of go in the same order as you hear them in the text. So there won't be something like you will hear to the text and the answer to number 3 will be somewhere in the end. No. FP is not that cruel. That's good. So what we have here, the answer to number 3 will be somewhere in the beginning. The answer to number 4 will be somewhere after answer to number 3, and so on and so forth. And the answer to number 9 will be somewhere in the end of the text that you will hear. So you will get a maximum of 7 points if everything is correct. So basically, if you get one mistake, you get 6 points. If you get points, if you get 2 mistakes, you get 5 points. You get the idea. Basically, 1 point, 1 correct answer. The more the better. Maximum is 7. And recommended time limit is 14 minutes for this task. And what it means is that you will listen to this recording 2 times as well during your exam. And it means that the total time that it will take you is about 14 minutes. So both times of listening and finding out the answers and so on and so forth. So I hope that the overview is clear, and let's move on to some strategies. So how can we do that task? That sounds like a really nice task, and that sounds like a difficult one, but let's break it down to be a bit more confident while we're doing it. So number 1, thoroughly read all the questions. Like literally, guys, read them. First things first, while you are you have got the time to get ready, that's usually about 60 seconds, and read all the questions thoroughly, like word by word, literally. Next one, underline the keywords. That one is quite usual. You must already be used to it. We underline the keywords in every single task because this is what helps us immensely. This is what helps us a lot. Okay, next thing is listen to the text. Choose your answer. Listen to the text one more time and then finalize your answer. Maybe you are like in doubt in some of the tasks. Maybe something else happens. But yeah, please guys, you have got 2 listening opportunities. Please use them. Just use them. And only after you listen to the text to one more time, just make your final decision and finalize your answer. Okay? So let's have a look and let's have some practice. We have got like the first question here. Which of the following is not mentioned as benefit of skateboarding? So what first thing that I see here is not, which is also really important. You have to pay attention to such things. They're highlighted for you, but sometimes we just forget about them. We just choose the answer which we know, which we like following is mentioned. Like not is even not there, seems like. But no, it is there, and please pay attention to such things very, very, like a lot. Pay attention to them, please. So which of the following is not mentioned as the benefit? Okay. So we've got patience, we've got strength, and we've got balance. Okay, patience, strength, balance. So, something about skateboarding, something about patience, something about strength, and something about balance. I hope that my magic works for the third time, and I will try to do the listening with you. I hope that you can hear it one more time, and let's listen to it.
Hello. In this program, we continue our series on the problems of physical education in modern schools. Our guest today is Mr. Flint, a skateboarding teacher who believes that skateboarding should be on the school curriculum. Good morning, Mr. Flint. Why do you think skateboarding should be taught at school?
Good morning. Well, first of all, we all know that skateboarders are physically fit, have strong muscles, strong bones, and unquestionable balance. When you skate, there isn't a single muscle in your body that isn't actively working. In addition to these purely physical advantages, look at the abstract benefits. We learn how to persevere. We have mutual respect for ourselves and other skaters. We have a huge social network. We spend hours outdoors, and we are creative people who push our own limits to the max. We say, have you ever seen a lazy, obese skateboarder?
Okay, so let's come back to our task. I hope that you heard it. Yeah, fingers crossed you've heard it. And let's come back and try doing it. So what we have here, we need to find out what is not mentioned, right, as the benefit. And I heard something about strength because you use all of the muscles and you become stronger. I heard something of balance because like there is no way that a skateboarder doesn't have this very practical skill of balancing over uneven surfaces, but I didn't hear anything about being patient. So if we have this one and we have this one, but we need the one that is not mentioned, so I would say that's patience. So in my answer sheet, I would write number 1. And let's have a look at the script. One more time, guys, you will not have the script to add to your actual exam. But right now, for the education purposes, I have the script for you. So what we have here, the same question, and we can just skip the presenter. We don't need this part. And yeah, let's have a look at Mr. Flint. So we've got good morning. Well, first of all, we all know that skateboarders are physically fit, okay, have strong muscles, that's about strength, strong bones, also about strength, and unquestionable balance. Okay, so basically that's all I needed to hear. We've got strength, we've got balance, and we have patience, which is not mentioned here. So yeah, that's basically what we have to do. One more time, guys. You listen to it very attentively. You read the statements really thoroughly. You pay attention to all of those not, doesn't, can, couldn't, won't, haven't been, hasn't been, all of the negative things that you can think of. Please pay attention to them. They are really, really important. Because like in this example, if you don't pay attention to this small word not, I would just like basically say either this or that, and I would be like thinking very hard if I need this and that. But the thing is, we don't need any of them. We just need something which is not mentioned. So patience is not mentioned here. Okay, guys, I hope that there are no uncertainties about listening tasks 3 to 9. And if you have any questions, do ask them in the comment section right below. And while you're doing that, I will tell you a bit about the way Учёба.ру functions, and I will say that in Russian. So, как же мы с вами готовимся к ЕГЭ по английскому языку в нашей онлайн-школе Учёба.ру? Обычно это занимает 9 месяцев, мы начинаем в сентябре, заканчиваем в мае. Это 70 уроков, это лекции и семинары. Это занятия 2 раза в неделю, это 30-35 домашних заданий, ежемесячный пробный ЕГЭ и ОГЭ. Это разговорный клуб у нас проходит по вторникам. И подробная проверка сложных задач с развернутой обратной связью и рекомендациями. Мы проверяем абсолютно каждые сложные задачи, проверяем каждое задание, даем фидбэк по каждому заданию. Это прям обязательно, чтобы вы понимали, что, как и куда у нас проходит. У нас супер интересная интерактивная платформа для подготовки, которую лично я очень люблю, потому что там собрано все, что нужно для обучения в одном месте, в удобном формате, абсолютно все замечательно. Вы можете использовать свой телефон, она прекрасно работает на телефонах любых, можете использовать планшет, пожалуйста, опять-таки неважно, у вас Apple устройство, у вас Android устройство, неважно, работает везде. Ну и, конечно же, любой компьютер. Все, что вам нужно, по сути, быть подключенным к интернету, и у вас есть возможность учиться. Все, что нужно в одном месте, в удобном формате, все выполняется на платформе. Что у нас еще очень круто, и что лично мне очень нравится, это удобное расписание и список дел. То есть как только у нас начинается неделя, ну, например, вот завтра понедельник, да, у вас сразу понятно, что в какой день у вас идет. Ну, вот, например, вот здесь вот у нас по литературе урок по правописанию гласной в корне слова, условно говоря, и он у нас в понедельник 18 числа. Дальше вы, допустим, записаны на химию, и на среду у вас домашка по химии, по видам химических связей. И в пятницу 22 числа у вас математика, и это урок. Это значит, что вам его нужно посмотреть, вам нужно сказать, видюшечки посмотреть, задания поделать и так далее. Интерактивные видеоуроки – это как раз-таки те видюшечки, как я их назвала. Собственно говоря, что это такое? Это понятная теория вместе с конспектами и с упражнениями для закрепления. Как это все дело происходит? Вы заходите на платформу, вы смотрите видео, в котором все подробненько рассказано нашими замечательными преподавателями. Просто разжевано, все по полочкам разложено в замечательном формате. Дальше вы можете посмотреть конспект, который прилагается абсолютно каждому уроку. Абсолютно каждому, и я не шучу. И дальше вы выполняете задание на понимание того, что вы только что услышали. То есть вы не только приобретаете знания, вы еще их и применяете на практике. Так что это упражнение для закрепления у вас. Что еще есть? Как всегда, без домашних заданий мы, к сожалению, с вами не можем выполнить, потому что урок у нас с вами несколько раз в неделю, но между уроком нам с вами чего-то нужно поделать, иначе мы все забудем. Лично я такая, что мне нужна домашка. Я думаю, что большинству нужна домашка. И как это формируется? К каждому уроку есть домашка. У вас там есть быстрая проверка, это там, где, например, галочками, крестиками что-нибудь надо выбрать, и у вас есть подсказки, решения и так далее. Ну и если все верно, вы получаете thumbs up, и вам говорят, что ей, вы большие молодцы. У вас все правильно сделано, вы все правильно, хорошо оформили. Вы молодцы, вы хорошо усвоили урок, посмотрели внимательно видео, почитали конспектик и так далее. Практические семинары – это живое общение по видео с преподавателями. То есть вы не просто посмотрели урок в интерактивном формате. Нет. Вы не просто сделали домашку, и вы не просто выполнили задание после урока. Как минимум, еще одно задание, а это 1,5 часа, вы обсуждаете с преподавателем по видео все задания, которые были в уроке. Вы смотрите, вы тренируете, вы смотрите, почему так, почему не иначе, вы задаете свои вопросы преподавателю. Это живое общение по видео с преподавателем, полноценный урок. Все разбирается, все супер подробно на практических семинарах. Ну и, как я уже говорила, ежемесячные пробники. Нужны они нам для того, чтобы посмотреть прогресс. Вам они нужны для того, чтобы посмотреть прогресс. Вашим родителям они нужны для того, чтобы посмотреть прогресс и посмотреть, куда же мы с вами движемся. Пробник — это полноценный вариант ЕГЭ или ОГЭ для проверки ваших знаний. Ну, здесь у нас биология, пробник. Ну и, собственно говоря, я могу отвечать за английский, потому что в английском языке это полный, полноценный, с ограничением по времени варианты как ЕГЭ, так и ОГЭ. С обратной связью, со всеми делами, посмотрите, видите, тут написано «проверяем». Это как раз-таки проверяется экспертами. Эксперты дают подробную обратную связь. Почему выставлен такой балл, почему выставлен другой балл, как это все делается в соответствии с рекомендациями нашего ФИПИ доблестного. Ну и что еще можно сделать? Что вообще у нас очень хорошо? Удобные чаты с преподавателем. То есть если вдруг что-то пошло не так, не поняли, как домашка, не поняли, как еще что-то, непонятно вам, просто вы, не дай бог, заболели, не смогли присутствовать, хотите какой-то слайд с презентацией, пожалуйста, все в чате. Если у вас есть какой-то любой вопрос, задавайте его в чате, мы всегда там, мы помогаем всегда разобраться со всеми вашими непонятками и так далее. Если что-то пошло не так, пожалуйста, техподдержка. Если что-то непонятно, мы вам объясняем. Так что все достаточно удобно. Система уведомлений. Вы смотрели уже наше расписание, и все вот эти штучки высылаются вам в Telegram. У вас есть своевременные напоминания, чтобы ничегошеньки не пропустить. Ну, например, как вот тут вот у нас 10 минут до вебинара сочинения, или тут вот список дел на сегодня. Нужно пройти то-то, нужно выполнить домашку такую-то и так далее. То есть вы сразу видите весь свой список дел, вам присылаются уведомления. Вот, такая вот интересная история. Ну, в общем, что я вам хочу сказать. Мы вас ждем на занятиях у нас в онлайн-школе Учёба.ру. И я от себя хочу добавить, чтобы вы подписывались, ставили лайк этому видео, подписывались на наш канал. Это важно для нас, для нашего хорошего настроения, для алгоритмов YouTube, которые тогда вам будут выдавать больше интересного контента, который мы здесь публикуем. У нас не только стриминг проходит, у нас еще супер полезные видюшки на канале, у нас супер интересные шорты на канале выходят, тоже несколько раз в неделю и так далее. Поэтому не забудьте оставить комментарий, не забудьте о том сказать, что вам все понравилось или все не понравилось, или сказать, что, боже мой, какой кошмар, но лучше сказать, что ей, все хорошо. Я лично буду вам очень благодарна за вашу поддержку. И мы увидимся с вами на следующих стримах. Напоминаю, что стримы у нас каждую неделю в 5 часов вечера воскресенья по Москве. So yay! Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed our stream, and I hope that the information that I gave you today was very useful, at least somehow useful. So yay! Thank you so much, and I will see you in the future on some next live streams. So thank you so much. Please comment, like, subscribe, all the stuff. You know the drill. See you. Goodbye.